Experience Club Dubbo, family-friendly bistro. Function areas to suit everyone. Enjoy meal specials, raffles, live music and more. Follow us on Facebook for details and visit Club Dubbo today. Experience Club Dubbo, beautifully renovated, all-new Riverview Bistro, mouth-watering new menu, daily blackboard specials. Check out our Facebook page for weekly specials and events. Visit Club Dubbo today.
Well, welcome back to Club Dubbo, West Dubbo Bowling Club for the Inland Petroleum City of Dubbo International Fours. We're down to the final with Nathan Wise's Mount Lewis team taking on Lee Schraner's composite team. Joining us in commentary once again, Lee Stinson. Good afternoon, Lee.
Afternoon, Andrew. Afternoon, everyone looking on. And we should be in for a cracking final here this afternoon. Both these sides recording good victories, defeating some quality opposition in semi-final play. You saw on the coverage Nathan Wise defeating the Willa side, skipped by Gary Kelly. And it was Schraner getting the better of Cabramatta's Aaron Wilson. So trial end completed.
Will we go ditch to ditch straight off? We will.
Yes.
We may need to get someone to move the ashtray. Remember the other end? Didn't get this one?
May not be able to see if you're joining us at home, but we have moved across one full rink from where coverage was in our quarter-final and semi-final games. The side that Josh Walker-Davis here leading off on, really against the breeze at the moment. It's a breeze up around 25 kilometres an hour. Well, left to right, straight across your screen. Josh Walker-Davis at the Wynyard Club in Tasmania. And didn't like that one out of his hand, but finishing at a metre past. See the team here at Club Dubbo have kitted our finalists out in special shirts for the match. Nathan Wise and his team in the green. They'll also have green stickers on their bowls. And Lee Schraner and his side, as you can see, Hayden Bajowski in the yellow uniform there on the mat. Yellow uniform, yellow stickers. And Hayden just drifting underneath the jack. So it's right in the middle of where our two semi-finalists, our two semi-final matches were played, and these teams made their way through those matches. So players get one trial end. This is the first time they've played in this direction on this rink.
Yeah, the quarter-finalists who played on this rink both defeated.
There's Ben Winther straight into the action. It was a side touch-up. And Bajowski just going to miss on the wider side. Looks like a couple at this point for Nathan Wise. He's looking early on for position. A couple of bowls there against. You can see he's asked Ben Winther to change hands to the forehand for him, being a right-hander, left-hand side of the screen as your bowl comes down. Trying to match those two bowls sitting together. I'll get past towards the respot mark on the tee. This one coming right in with the breeze. Going to get the jack. Well, not a bad result as it's turned out. Bowler Steve Glasson's coming into play. Two touches from Ben Winter to open up. And speaking of opening up, I think that will be the plan here for Jake Rinn. It's a Mount Lewis bowl that's propelled forward.
Well, wonderful tactics by Steve Glasson to leave his bowl short on the centre line to get it promoted up. The man's a genius.
Brett Spur, his first bowl of this final. We mentioned earlier on how sensational he was in that semi-final. Still looking for bowls at the back. Won't do that, but he will change around some angles up the front. Not the worst spot to finish. Be a much firmer attempt here from Jake Rinn. And on cue, he catches that one of Spurs. Doesn't make contact with the shot bowls, but he has propelled his own towards the back. Also one of the Mount Lewis bowls, their centre line behind the jack. Brett Spur comes down the other side, trying to get as close as he can to that respot mark. And that will be the closest bowl. Schraner goes to the head. A few down. Not much option but to play firm weight in there. Try and be very delicate and sneak in between the two pink bowls on his backhand. May depend how many down that he is. It's just the two. That might be the shot he tries to play. It is backhand for Schraner as some of our crowd settle in to their vantage points for this afternoon's game. Use that delicate attempt in between the two pink bowls. He's trying to work hard. Back in here. Catches the outside of the pink. Ben Winter's bowl goes behind the jack and Schraner's drops away. Fantastic effort first up.
I think Wise will try and fill that hole that Schraner just created.
Just coming around that bowl of Lees. If he drops in off it, he may get close to the counting. Not quite, so Schraner, I think only one down at this stage. His bowl, potentially second shot. If that's the case, he might just try and draw the shot. Once again on the backhand, he went so close with his first attempt. Decision's been made. Come down to the head, assess the angles. We'll see what he's chosen. Once again, sets himself up on his backhand. Similar type bowl to be played, trying to draw the shot inside his own. Not quite coming as fast as he's open up. Pull up about a metre short of the jack on this occasion. I think it's just the one. Nathan leaving that bowl with good weight just outside the line. They're the first team on the board in the final. Both teams with strong events so far. We mentioned in in earlier coverage, Lee Schraner, second place after the 6 sectional rounds. 6 wins and a margin into the 90s. In the 90 ends that they played in those matches. Recorded quarterfinal win over Brad Gilbert from Casino RSM. And follow that up with a semi-final victory over Cabramatta player Aaron Wilson. For Nathan Wise, they did drop one match during sectional play. Still able to qualify into that top 8 for recording a quarterfinal victory over David Quigley from Young. And then a comprehensive win in our last match against the Wirral combination, skipped by Gary Kelly. So 2 very worthy finalists. There's Benny Winther onto the mat here. He's backhand first up. That's going to be enough for a shot. Just falls inside that bowl of Josh Walker-Davis. Hayden Pajowski from East Maitland. I spent some time recently in the Dubbo area, so familiar to a lot of the locals here. Get plenty of local support on the back of that.
Close again. Just got a little bit more speed, and he's rolled Hayden in. Hayden wouldn't mind getting down to the jack or his own bowl, just sort of cover that up. Be a very inviting target at the moment, just to try and land Hayden's bowl, sit and stay. Benny Winther's bowl at the front would be the second shot. Brett Spur, not that impressed as he let it go. It's ended up okay. Probably a bit more good fortune than good management.
Not quite getting the shot with that one, but does leave his side with second, third and fourth closest bowl. So important for Jake Rinn. Let's try and beat some of those bowls. The guys are urging it in. He may be able to turn Bajowski over. May have helped. Shot's still there though for Spur. Let's find his way around the front.
Yeah, just land on Hayden and roll him. One full revolution would be all that'd be needed.
He's played this pretty well. Brett Spur right in the middle. That'll be enough. Slips across to the bowl out in the side. to create that little gap, and he'll hold 3 or 4 shots.
I think still just that nice solid backhand draw. You see Jake.
Well, it's going to be a very solid attempt here. Right through the middle. Picks out a couple of bowls in front.
Got rid of 2 of them. Opened it up.
It was a very quick draw, Andrew.
Very.
That would have nearly finished on the greens at Dubbo Macquarie, I think, if it had a clear path.
We've got this clubhouse in front, so maybe not. I think we see Wisey change over now, play the other hand. Just try and get down to count and cover with Hayden's bowl out to the... Well, no, I can't pick it. He's going to play backhand. He's just going to draw down to his own bowls. Well, that's pretty fair too. There's just a shelf there. Doesn't want to trail, but he's not going to do that.
Not quite going to make it with this one. Has blocked that draw line though for Schraner. I think I was just going to have a really good look here to see what the current situation is. Jake just saying it's very hard to tell the way those 2 bowls are angled. He's made his mind up. And from what I've seen lately, this approach means a weighted shot. Likes to get in behind the mat, couple of practice swings, step on and release. And here's the forehand runner. Going to catch the front. What will happen after he gets the wise bowl? Trickles forward. Not quite enough. Still 1 shot indicated to the green side. Nathan not quite reaching with this one either. It's all going to be about angles now to see whether they can remove their opposition's closest bowls. Lee will come down and have a good look at this. See what's possible.
Well, I see the options. Little trail on the forehand back to Hayden, but I think they're going to go with a little bit of weight on the backhand, trying to punch Brett Spur's bowl, or just to come off their own and move the jack across.
Actually quick again on his forehand, trying to get past the pink at the front, and he's killed the jack, and his bowl will score on the respot. There's another one down the back there belonging to Josh Walker-Davis. 2 shots it is to Schraner. Been very accurate over this huge winning streak he's had here in New South Wales over the last couple of years with that forehand drive. And so it proved once again. Glasson is first, just sneaking past. That one there from Josh. Working its way in. So a couple of handy ones there. Josh Walker-Davis here on end number 3. Hopefully enjoying our coverage. World's Richest Fours tournament here at Club Dubbo. And plenty to play for here this afternoon. Our runners-up walk away with $10,000. But a huge $40,000 cheque to be presented to our winners. So in essence, a $30,000 match. That'd be enough for anyone to get the heart racing. Players just finding their range here, early stages. We expect the heads to tighten up. Players become accustomed to these breezy conditions. As we say that, wind just starting to die off a little bit now. Was coming quickly left to right of screen at 25, 30 kilometres an hour. Back to just a very small breeze at the moment. Temperature 26, 27 degrees. Light winds as Ben Winther looks to draw a shot right around the pack of bowls, and he has done so.
Well, we move the cameras over when we change rinks between semi-final and final, and I thought it was a magnificent, glorious day outside. Not really hot, just that little breeze was enough to give it a nice temperature. Beautifully sunny and bright, clear conditions.
Jake Green just going to miss his own bowl, going past. Still one to Nathan Wise' side. All four the players in the green uniform at Club Mount Lewis in Sydney. There's 4 different clubs represented in the Schraner side. Jake Green on the mat there from Carina in Brisbane. Hayden behind him from East Maitland. Lee Schraner, product of the Raymond Terrace Jets. And Josh Walker-Davis from Wynyard in Tasmania. There's Jake Green very close to making contact with his shot bowl, and he has stayed in there to make 2. And not an easy one for Brett Spur to get out of here. Must be just trying to get in on the draw. Trying to get another one close for his skip. Just overweight. I think we may see some different options from Wise. I'm just going to see if Lee tries to draw another or gets all the way back to the respot.
Well, you might see Wisey attack a little. If he gets Steve's bowl flush, it would lock, I reckon, and punch out the the Josh Walker-Davis bowl behind it. May even come off that and go across and get the other.
Yeah, be well inclined to play weight, so Schraner with a decision to make. He try and get a bowl within half a metre or so of the jack. We'll go all the way to the back of the rink to protect the respot. And it is the respot option he's chosen. played it pretty well, about half a metre away from that spot. As you said though, Andrew, there is a chance for Nathan Wise. Gets just on the centre line side of Steve Glasson's pink bowl. Be able to remove the two closest yellow disc bowls there. And that's the attempt. Oh, he's just going to find the gap, it looks like. He runs off his own bowl. Gets one down to the back of the rink himself. Jake's still indicating that they do hold the shot at the respot. I'll be trying to draw a counter now. Lee Schraner on his forehand, just around that zebra bowl at the front of the rink. He gets past that. He's played it pretty well for weight. And here it comes. Two fantastic bowls once again from Schraner. Still a chance here for Wise. I think it needs to be firmer. He does get the jack out of bounds. Only one down. And yes, it is more weight. Still on his backhand. Getting away early. Now, he's moved one of the oppositions up further. And how close has he stayed in there? Just the two. What's it? Let's wait for confirmation on our scoreboard at the back of the rink. And two has been added. So 4-1 to Lee Schraner. Worth noting as well, Andrew, the combination here in yellow are the defending champions from this event. So made their way through the strong field last year, all the way to the top of the podium. They've won 8 out of 8 here in event number 2. Looking to go all the way once again.
And I would hazard a guess that they were actually undefeated last year as well. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. The calibre of players that are in this field. To go through one event undefeated is a massive effort. They can go all the way and do it back-to-back years. Get their name on the trophy once again. One of the great tournament performances in the country. Josh just missing weight, both bowls. This time, Steve Glasson indicated to us yesterday, was hoping to play backhand all the time. Just a slight injury at the moment. Not as comfortable releasing the bowl on his forehand. Not a fair attempt at this, just going to pull up on the line. First one just pulling up a little short also. An opportunity here. Hold the Mount Lewis side. Try and get back the margin. And Ben Winther pointed this one pretty well. Going to get past that last one. Well, that little edge will be enough to get it into the count. Just and Majowski trying to make his way in, just overweight. on that occasion. So still 2 shots to the green side. Ben Winther with the chance to add to the count. Just half a metre short there, as you can see with his first. However, hasn't quite pushed that one all the way. Shaker in with a chance to draw the shot. Looks under line. Just always underneath. Weight's going to be reasonably good. Still 2 shots. Spur just pulling up in front there. Starting to look awkward. You can imagine from the mat end where Jake's standing. Lee Schraner just showing him the amount of room he has to draw a shot. Guys discuss their options. And Jake's wanting to play potentially on the backhand up underneath those front bowls towards Hayden's. Lee agrees with him. Pick the weight you're happy with. Try and make contact with these bowls up the front. Turn your own up. You can even promote it onto one of the opposition's bowls. In the area, big chance of at least removing one bowl, and he has. Takes one of the counters out. Spur playing just overweight. It's just gone a little too far to win the count. Do still hold on the crossover. And a big few weeks ahead for players all around New South Wales. We have our state over 40s pairs coming up at Grandviews. First full weekend in October. It's the 7th and 8th October. All those draws for the 32 qualifying sides now online. Following weekend, October 14th, is the rookie pairs qualifying. Draws to be published throughout next week. Plenty of entries in that event as they look to make their way to the state finals. Nathan on a nice line here. Not quite going to go all the way though. Just pulling up. Players just not quite finding the weight in this direction. Ever so slightly into the breeze. This way. Has blocked a draw line though. I think Schraner look to play weight here. Nice firm swing up. You can find all the gaps at the front. I think he can get to the shot bowl on an angle that will get it past the jack. And that's what he's attempting. Got his own to use as well. Just going to get the wrong angle though. Does spin his own forward. Could be enough.
What was that Hayden Bachowski bowl worth? Anything now?
I think the one of Schraner's, bottom left of screen, will be third shot. It's definitely worth one, though. If he can find it, well, nearly gets the bowl through the shot, so it'll be 1 to Lee Schraner. 5-1 in front after 4 ends. As well as those couple other events in New South Wales in October. We have all our state representative players heading over to Western Australia to compete in the Nationals. Action getting underway on October the 6th with our multi-disability sides, our New South Wales under-18 players, and also our state champion-to-champion singles winner, of which Lee Schraner is one, along with Samantha Ferguson in the women's competition. They'll be closely followed by our New South Wales Senior Blues. Those dates following on from the other disciplines. October 8th through to 11, and then 13th to the 16th. The New South Wales Keno Blues will look to take home overall honours, as well as the Ali Shield in the men and the Marge Morris Trophy in the ladies. And all our discipline winners from the recent state championships into action from October 17 to 20 as they compete for a national title. As Josh just sneaks past that opening delivery from Steve Glasson. Certainly regarded, Andrew, isn't he, as one of Australia's best over many, many years, is Steve.
He was the king of the indoor for quite some time. Certainly won more games than he lost for quite some time.
Hayden Majewski, what a good shot this is. Directly up underneath the front bowl. Sits the shot and stay. Sure, the call will be for Ben Winter to try and play something very similar here. Just catches the outside of the front bowl. Big chance for Hayden to just try and change the look of the head here. Get an opportunity to get to the jack or even to his own bowl. Doesn't quite do that, but finishes in behind the jack. The feature of our streaming games is that these top players have been missing their intended target, finishing in much better areas than their opposition. And Ben will be disappointed with that. We're hoping to give that bowler a chance to sit the shot. Not quite able to do it on that occasion. This one looks to be underplayed also from Jake. Brett Spur looks to have weighted this one reasonably well. So comes back in now with the breeze. A reasonable spot to finish, just in behind. We see Jake Ryn slipping in behind. So Brett Spur will be happy with his weight from his first. Bring in the line a couple of bowls, sit the shot or trail the jack. He's definitely on an inside line. Well, can he get some luck from the front? Just didn't quite carry the speed that his first one did. Turned into those front bowls. Schraner goes to the mat, holding one. Things have turned in his favour. It's that drive. Early on in the match, he was able to take the jack right through to the back of the rink to pick up a double. He started this on a very good line. Just looking for it to go the full trip, and it won't. It's just going to pull up in front.
Or register your place in the Bowls New South Wales Member Conference, headlined by keynote speaker John Eales AM and technical masterclasses by Bowls royalty Karen Murphy AM. Take part in a day of information, knowledge and skill sharing for all members. 9th of November at Cabravale Diggers. Visit the Bowls New South Wales website to register now. That website, bowlsnsw.com.au.
There's Nathan Wise, you see him here, intently following this. It's right down to the jack, his own bowl just behind. Part of the jack, part of the bowl, and trails it back for two. Well, the two pink bowls together at the back. The one to the left belongs to Schraner, the one on the right to Nathan Wise. I think it is just the two at this stage. Third one could be close between those two bowls at the back. Jake just indicating third shot very close. From where we can see that shot bowl, the white one to the left of the jack. One full bowl in front of Jack Eye. Schraner trying to get back to the middle of that bowl.
Close.
And gets a bit of the jack off the pink one that's against him. Bounces it to his own pink bowl for shot. As we see it on the replay here, gave himself that chance, was hoping to get just to the inside of this white bowl, but it bends back at just the right time for him. Deflection of the jack. He makes shot, so Nathan Wise onto the mat, one down. We'll play a similar shot to Schraner. Sit the shot bowl himself. Just gone a fraction wide. Schraner converts once again. 6 shots to 1 in front now. 5 ends played, a third of the way through our final. Just joining our coverage, we are at Club Dubbo, Inland Petroleum, City of Dubbo International Fours, the world's richest fours tournament. And our sides here playing for a huge check. Our runners up to walk away with $10,000 between them. And our winners, $40,000.
That amount again?
$40,000.
We can have a little play with our equipment, can't we?
So Josh Walker-Davis is pointing up with his first. Steve Glasson working his way in here. His backhand coming in with the breeze. He has really nice weight. And Josh not liking the look of where his first one had come to rest. Decides to change hands himself.
And on behalf of Club Dubbo, a big thanks to the partners for this event. Of course, Club Dubbo, Inland Petroleum, Western Plains Automotive, the Acuna Motor and Apartments, the All Seasons Motor Lodge, BCIB, Bender Kitchens, Beaumont Tiles, Track Serve, Astley's Plumbing and Hardware, and Flick in Dubbo. Without the support of those partners and sponsors, events like these just don't go ahead. So we do thank our wonderful sponsors and partners for Club Dubbo.
The team here at Club Dubbo have done a fantastic job, both this year and last, attracting high quality field both years. Really trying to promote bowls out in the central west of New South Wales. Ben with his first bowl, his own coming in, just nestles up alongside that one.
Fantastic to see a diversity in the teams this year as well, with the New South Wales under-18 girls, with guest under-18 girl Michael Wilkes at the helm, just to give them some experience. They actually did quite well in the plate competition, or the shield.
Did well in the third division there. Had a huge win yesterday afternoon, if you joined us on the coverage, to make their way into that top 24, and followed it up with a win this morning in the quarterfinal, and narrowly defeated by overall winner Troy Somerville in that semi-final matchup.
And of course our quarterfinal this morning featured the 4 players from the New South Wales Para Blues, who qualified in seventh position, yes, and pushed Lee Schraner to the very last bowl of the quarterfinal. In fact, I think they might have been very close to holding game with that last bowl. Unfortunately for them, and Lee was able to convert. But fantastic to have those players here to start with, and to see them do so brilliantly well, especially on a live stream game.
Absolutely, and we focus back in on the action. The Jack High Bowl, Josh Walker-Davis still holding shot on this end. The green side with both second and third, and you see that one of Spur and the one alongside it from Winther. Both look to play weight, trying to dislodge that Jack High Bowl. His second and third shot to the Nathan Wise side. Jake Green was very close with his first. Making it into the count, so just needs a very small correction on weight. He's changed his line though, and that will turn away. There's the side, the breeze is coming on now. Brett Spur needs to make a decision. Does he change line or does he change weight? Looks a lot closer to this shot bowl. This second attempt. Right up into the middle of it and stays for 3. Fantastic conversion from Brett Spur. Need something to go their way here. So he played a very similar weight to his first. Brought his line in by about half a metre and found his way right to the middle of the bowl. So it will be Schraner. Going to the mat, 3 down. Mentioned multiple times that unique style for his running bowls. So we'll see if he has those practice swings just behind the mat. That'll indicate whether it will be a weighted shot or not. As he stepped onto the mat, so not expecting as much weight here from Lee. Just reaching through with a few metres. Makes contact with Jake Rin's bowl at the front. Pushes it forward. No indication from the sides, but I think that one is second shot. The white bowl Jack I still would be holding.
Yeah, Brett Spur just indicated one shot. Up. Lee Schraner can play a very similar bowl with his next. If Nathan Wise makes no difference to this head, can roll his second shot onto the jack. The only danger would be to clip it out clean, and he'd be very unlucky to do that with sensible weight. He does happen to push that straight onto the jack. He's got his own bowl straight behind. That's, I think, that's exactly what Jake is indicating to him.
It's going to be a matter of preference here, which side he plays. Gives himself a chance on the backhand to get to the shot bowl. Similar to the bowl that we saw earlier on this end from Brett Spur. Or does he want to try and play the forehand underneath Hayden's yellow bowl there at the front and get to his own bowl that way? Yeah, it looks like it is backhand. With a shot, slightly more options that way. Probably not too dissimilar in weight to his first, Andrew, maybe a fraction less.
You only want a jack a metre or so. Don't want it to go right back. Just enough to get it back to the yellow disc, pink bowl, a metre or so behind the jack.
It's on its way. Well, it could be under. Begging for it to hold. Just draws away through the gap. I think he knew that out of the hand. He was just underneath the line he wanted.
Well, I've put the score on the board a bit quick. Why has he still got a bowl left?
Nathan, what's he going to do here? Doesn't want to get under that pack onto Jake's bowl. Oh, no damage done. So, scoreboard proves to be correct. 6 shots to 2 after 6 ends. Chat about the tactics they want to employ here. Glasson bringing the mat 4 metres up from the tee. Jack rolled to a similar position at the other end. Big change of length here. Steve looks to come all the way forward. Just under a metre short with his opener.
They might have been working out whose turn it was to go and fetch a drink of water each. Josh Walker-Davis just going to run into the Steve Glasson bowl.
Interesting that Josh decided to change hands there. Been playing backhand in this direction. Finding it pretty well. As Glasson gets past his own, a little touch will help. Drops down. One will with a shot. Josh looking for more weight. I'm going to catch his own again at the front. Won't be happy with those. Getting onto that other side of the green. He's pairing up his bowls about a metre short. with those ones as well.
Well, I know a few people would say that was a waste of good grass. Hayden's urging this one to come back. I think it's going to come back quite nicely. Yep.
That's enough for shot. Be at a full bowls width in between that one and the jack at the moment. Ben Winter isn't the best start to this final. Similar to Josh, just pairs up his two bowls up the centre rink. Hayden to be open, he'd pair his up as well. And he's done it very well. What angle's he going to get to his own? Gets his own and just drops out. But it is potentially in the count. Guys are checking out these angles at the front. There's a way to get both of those yellow and blue bowls out of there. How much weight will we see here from Spur? Trying to really open things up. It's going to make things harder, if anything. Won't look nice at all from the mat. And Schraner sensing an opportunity here. Asking for Jake to play his way through to that bowl. A couple of rolls out of it and fall in. Holding a really good count. Not far away here, Jake Ryan. Can he get up to the centre of the bowl? Not quite. Finishing a really good home. So decision time here for Nathan's side. Looks like they're going to be back to the draw on the forehand. That one's going to sail through. Angle's not very good at the front. There for Nathan's side. And Lee acutely aware of that. Would not want to have Jake leave a bowl there. He's saying, don't want that pink one moved, and we don't want one just finishing jack high into that gap. Potentially look to get another one down to the re-spot. In case he wants that later on in the end.
Good news for Nathan Wise, though, is there's a plant on. It is the opposition's bowl that he's planting onto the shot bowl. But if he can go straight down the centre line with good weight, he can plant the two pink bowls straight through onto the shot, which would push the jack out to right of screen. Both his. Bit of risk involved.
Yeah, potentially. I'll see where Jake ends up. Those two pink bowls on centre line, I think would be about 5 centimetres apart. He can't probably quite get full access to the centre of the first one. With Ben Winter's zebra bowl just blocking the middle of that pink one that you do see. Jake needs this to turn past. Doesn't want to leave it hanging there. Well, I think the quick one's coming out. The other option as well, Andrew, there now is the two white and black bowl, or the white onto the black bowl, sorry, at the front.
Yep.
It will also cannon in to some of the counters.
You get the split on the two widest shot bowls to the left. You can almost get all three of those bowls now, I feel.
Soon enough. Here we go. It's going to be outside. Does catch one of the opposition bowls at the back of the rink, so I think we'll see Schraner trying to either tidy up the shots or get all the way to the back. The white bowl you can see about a metre past the jack is the deepest one on the green. Schraner trying to either get his own or get back. Well, there's a dual purpose shot there. That is the closest bowl to the respot. Nathan got this on a better line through those front ones, as we said.
Got them all.
And all those shot bowls go out. That was the angle into the jack and into those bowls that we thought. And Jake believes they are 2 down at the moment. Might have even been 3 there in the end once he went in and had a closer look. A terrific hit by Nathan. Schraner with a chance, though, to really break the heart of his opposition here. He finds a line in on the draw. Just needs to pull up now.
Oh, I think he's got second anyway.
He certainly has. So, good hit from Nathan Wise. Fortunately, that second one of Jake Rins just forced the hand of Nathan into playing that quick shot. Hopefully we'll see it here in a moment. Going to get the white bowl at the top of screen, right through all of these others. Last one of Jake Rins contributing to the angle to ensure that it got the nearest shot bowl. And following on from his skips conversion, Steve Glasson starting with the touch-up. So already we're nearly halfway through this final. 7 of 15 ends completed. Nine shots scored over those 7 ends. As you would expect, both skips playing some really good conversion shots. There's Glasson works in off his own. 2 good starters there from Steve. Seen around the back of the green there, some of our defeated players have hung around to watch the final. Get a good look at the action. As Andrew said earlier, lovely conditions outside.
Be nice to sit back with a nice sparkling mineral water or suitable beverage and enjoy the bowls.
Yeah, they might be more inclined for the suitable beverage. Hayden, Brzezinski, East Maitland on the mat. Couple down at the moment. I'm just going to pull up short here. The game's there for one of these sides to grab hold of it.
There may be
just trading blows at the moment.
There may be a couple of amber tonics going down there.
Benny Winther struggling again with speed. He's going to pull up about a metre in front. Mentioned last end, Ben just struggling a little with weight in this game so far. Had a few just on the shorter side, so we're looking to correct that. Have a big second half. The thing with these team games, have other guys to help you along the way, and you can contribute the back half of the game as Hayden
just
very
snuck
close
in
to
there.
get a shot. Yes, absolutely.
Just knocked at the back door and found it open. He'll need some breaks.
Not quite enough. Fantastic attempt. And no doubt Jake Green will be on a similar path. Very close for shot at the moment. Jake to play on his forehand. Breeze against him on this side of the green. Works his way down. Small touch on the jack. Over to Hayden Bajowski's bowl and plays it perfectly. Drops in front of the jack to make 2. All eyes turn to the back of the rink and the respot. I think even if Brett Spur gets these bowls, the ones nearest the respot can move as well. Well, there we go. So, one of the short ones up through the target. Jack fires out of bounds. Get respot on the tee. Not watching it for shot. Just looking from our vantage point, those bowls about a metre in front. So be backhand, as you can see there from Schraner, giving Jake an indication. If you finish Jack eye inside that black line, that will be enough. I hope you're enjoying our coverage. Friday afternoon action. We're out here in the central west of New South Wales at Dubbo. $40,000 winner check on the line to our victorious team here in the final. Jake Ryan, the right weight, you can make your way through the front. Well, that's enough for shot. No bowls there really for anyone to come to rest on, so it's going to need to be perfect weight past these front ones to get into the count.
No real easy path to play through the head either. I think it's just a
Nathan
dead draw.
Trying to be outside those pink bowls is the ideal line. Just drawing to the tee. It's a very good line for what we've seen so far. The weight looks to be struggling though. Schraner can just get one bowl outside that one of Nathan Wise with good weight. He will get to a perfect spot and a very tricky one to remove. Just needs this one to pull up now. He's outside that bowl. Will it stop in time to count? I don't think it will. No, it just runs through and hangs right on the back of the green. So Nathan, he's outside his own. Once again, he'll just need this to pull up also. Urging it to stop in. Might need to fall over. Lee just asking who has shot. And Jake believes they are still holding at the moment. Schraner there. Just looking to reduce about a metre or a metre half in weight. Finish inside Nathan's bowl. If he does get a turn out of it, may bring extras in, and that will be a counter. And that's a great shot by Lee Schraner, adding to the count. They gain a further 2 shots. The scoreboard updated there, 8 shots to 3. 8 ends played here in our final. Just a reminder, tournament format, there was 6 games played by each of the 36 participating sides. Top 8 sides at the conclusion of those matches made their way into this Cup division. Nathan Wise, 5 wins from their 6 matches. Good enough for a spot in the top 8. Lee Schraner, 6 out of 6. Played 90 ends. Had a margin into the 90s as well to go with it. 6 wins plus 92. 90 ends of bowls played, so a fantastic record by his side. They defeated Brad Gilbert from Casino RSM quarter-final before eliminating Cabramatta's Aaron Wilson in the semi. And for Nathan Wise, it was a quarter-final victory over David Quigley from Young, and a win against Gary Kelly from Warilla in the semi-final. So that's the path both these sides have taken to make it this far. There's once again a quite long end rolled by Josh Walker-Davis. 2 reasonable bowls to start with. Klassen just missing weight and line with his first. Looks to have made a good correction here. And that's enough for shot. Well played by Steve. One from Hayden, not quite going to go all the way. I've got a sense Ben Winter's going to produce something for us here. Andrew struggled a little bit today. Saw him behind the rink, trying to compose himself, get ready for this end. He's played at perfect weight, just under line. So good start. He'd been struggling with that weight. Hayden just looking at a little past his own as well. Good chance up here to trail the jack or finish in behind. And it's the jack right in the middle. Well played. Trail the jack right through to where his skip was standing. And it will force his opposition. Other side of the green. Ben just going to go through with that second delivery. Slightly quicker side of the green there, the left-hand side of pitcher. There's Jake Wren. If he gets outside these front pack of bowls, do enough to count. Unfortunately for him, he makes contact. Up at top, so shot bowl 20 centimetres from the jack. Brett Spur aiming to get as close as he can. Well, not quite. Is he? Well, very close. Just stays up. Doesn't want that one to drop. It is shot for now. Fantastic first bowl from Brett Spur. If you were with us earlier on this afternoon, an outstanding performance from Spurry in the semi-final. Jake Wren just got caught up on the front bowls first up. Just needs to miss them again. Unfortunately, he's going to collect his own. Just falls into the line of the shot bowl as well. Spur with his second. Certainly less weight on this one. That'll definitely block off any track to that shot bowl. So it'll just be a draw shot for both these players. Just getting towards a situation, Andrew, where Nathan Wise would really like to be winning an end here. Get control of the mat. Game by no means out of reach. However, don't want to let this lead get too much further along before you start pegging them back.
You've only got 7 ends left, so 5 shots to make up in that 7 ends. You probably want to win 5 of those 7 ends to get back into it, at least.
Well, you're just going to hang outside the line here. His first one, a fraction quicker than what he would have liked. Just fallen in, that one. Nathan not quite picking the line here himself.
So you're going to whack in the pack.
Nothing too damaging there. Schraner, same line as his first. He finished in around the back, right in line with where the jack is. Very similar line. Look to take off a fraction of speed and get all the way back to the jack. Much similar to Wise. I think he's into that pack of bowls. Taking too much weight off on that occasion. And Nathan Wise trying to draw jack high to that black line left of the jack. And that one will pull up short as well. So that very good bowl there from Brett Spur. Keeping his side in it. They are able to win that end. 8 shots to 4.
6 to go for the difference. I think Glass better move that jack across a little. Matt, sorry. Sense of humour from Glass. He's put it down sideways.
Going towards the back of the rink. Slight change in tactics here from Steve Glasson. Matt in a similar position. Over the jack, just a metre from the tee. And opens up with a toucher first up. Drops in behind the jack. Good start there from Josh Walker-Davis. Just shading things at the moment. Lee's team, both on the scoreboard and just in the bowls, in and around the jack, most ends. Glasson trying to change that here. And number 10. Very good shots. Vintage Steve Glasson, dare we say. It's like it's the late 90s all over again. Josh able to turn the closest bowl past. A very good shot.
Oh, yeah. You reckon Steve's returning to his late 90s? He doesn't look a day over 99, so...
So, Benny up on his forehand.
Just needs to get a little more out of this. As we said in the first game, that on this streaming rink and green, it's the players who have been prepared to miss long, slightly overplay. They're the ones who have been enjoying the most success. I just feel that Benny's not quite giving that.
Perfect example there, Andrew, of exactly what you were saying.
He's got the little scrape.
Hayden trying to draw the shot, just overweight. Works off the front bowl, trails the jack for 3. And yeah, it's a nice firm call here from Wise. I think he senses that Ben's been battling a bit. He calls him to play a quicker one. And just finds the gap. Like the intent, looks like they are holding one on the respot.
I'm not sure the viewers at home would have heard there, but certainly in the background here at the club, we heard the as that bowl shaved past the jack.
Yeah, got a gap that wouldn't look very obvious for those watching on.
Quite a gallery of people watching on from the clubhouse here at Club Dubbo. We're overlooking the lowest green, and the clubhouse overlooks that green. Lovely floor-to-ceiling windows right along the wall, straight behind the rink.
So what weight will it be from Spur? It is that ditch weight attempt. Going to make contact through these bowls. And unfortunately, it's his own bowl. Well, it's his own bowl that's moved away. And it also means he's now 3 or 4 down on the respot as well. So, Schraner here with an opportunity to take a commanding lead on this end. Nathan Wise's side with just 3 bowls remaining to play in this end.
Well, I think they're 4 down as well now. Steve Glasson's pink bowl short of the jack is now their closest.
Yeah, well, at least 3, isn't it? You know, 3 or 4 would be a huge blow for Nathan Wise's side. So, as we said, 3 bowls left to go. This one here from Brett Spur.
Well, if he can get up and over at Ben Winther's bowl, just needs to get... Oh, well, he's just caught on it. Again, needed to overplay it rather than be short. Jake Ryan, as long as he stays off those, he can draw another shot. And, well, it's not quite engraved the trophy, but it's start the engraver.
And Jake, someone go on the forehand. Not sure he's out enough. He'll hope not to have too much weight now and promote any of his opposition bowls.
Oh, he gets the lucky little scrape instead of the thump on.
Well, that's going to count. So, decision time. Nathan Wise. He said he's plenty down on the respot. I think he can afford to try and play that timing shot into the ditch if he wants to. It's either that or he gets around on the backhand to the centre line. What's he going to try?
Well, he might be better off to here just to reach that last bowl from Jake Wren. If he gets it fat, he can run on the stun and run. Or if he's just a little bit tight, Ben Winther's bowl, the stun and run, he bring it into the shot as well. And use that weight, get through the hole.
Trying to trail the jack into the ditch. Needs all of it if he's going to get it. And he's kept it in and got the back bowl of the opposition. That's 2 shots.
Well, played it brilliantly.
What a fantastic bowl from Nathan Wise.
And I think I was trying to play too delicately.
Still had the same intent that you mentioned. If he did get his own bowl, could have got it through the jack and run on himself. Plenty of options there. Remove a couple of his opposition bowls. You can see Nathan's bowl there, about a metre from the jack. Jack indicated in the ditch by the blue marker near the yellow bowl. And Schraner looking for it to hold on. This is going to be very close. And yes, the applause coming from his teammates in the background. So 1 shot for Schraner. The chance here for Wise though. Lee's bowl not a toucher, but that bowl alongside it, belonging to Nathan Wise, certainly was.
Yeah, he played forehand down to that. Gets the Schraner bowl right in the middle and hangs up, he'd make 3. I don't think he'll even worry about trying to hang up. But if he gets the outside of his own, he punches it straight onto the jack.
Well, he's close to Andrew. Can he get by the front? Just going to catch those bowls.
Wow.
Lee
Lee add another.
Holding 1. You look to get just outside the pink one. You see where Jake's holding there. Doesn't want to get 3 or 4 rolls out of that pink bowl. It's safer in terms of line, but a similar weight will be enough. I don't think he's going to do any damage here.
No.
Just underweight, but did the job. Once again, two good skipper's bowls. But it is Schraner who comes out on top.
Well, that's a huge bowl, I think, from Lee Schraner. Now leading 9-4. If he misses that, even if he only draws second, it's 8-5. So, big difference with 5 ends to go. If he fails to cut it down at all, it's 8-6 and only 2 shots the difference with 5 to go. As it is, they're 5 in front, 5 ends to play.
Yeah, spot on, Andrew. 9-4. So it hasn't been a spectacular performance, bowl for bowl. However, they've always seemed to have just done enough to win more ends than their opposition. We saw there they held quite a good number. Nathan Wise putting the jack in the ditch, and then Schraner responding immediately after, drawing up to the ditch. All started by Hayden Bajowski moving that jack away from the Glasson bowls back to his teammates. As Steve once again, quite a number of touches this game has Glasson.
Maybe he thought he was playing UBC and got a point to toucher.
Josh here trying to work his way back in. Gets to his own, turns it past Jack. Lee will be reasonably happy. Once again, Glasson down on his backhand. So we've played this very well. We mentioned it's vintage Steve Glasson last stand. Well, that's even better.
That's Grange Hermitage Glasson, that one.
Two fantastic bowls. Wasn't enough last end. Hayden was able to make contact with the jack. And he's very close again to doing so.
Well, a foot behind on the centre line would be ideal from Benny Winther. Does not want to leave this jack high.
He's gone pretty close to where you said, Andrew.
That's even better than I said. It's less than a foot behind. It counts.
3 shots.
So it's fattened the target up all of about 10 millimetres.
Yeah, well and truly past that. Those 2 bowls of Glassons. So no real angles to work with for Hayden Bajowski. Just needs to play this perfectly, pretty well onto it. Well, get Steve's bowl past the jack. That will be second shot. 2 ends in a row. Hayden having the answer. Setting things up very well for his side. And Ben looking to play similar weight. Trying to get touch on the jack himself. Can use the outside of Hayden's. Drops around the back of it. Very good head of bowls being played so far. See Lee just checking out the angles.
And our side on view does not shed much light on that either.
Looks like the call is to play firm weight on the backhand. He can get his teammates blue and yellow bowl there. It'll hopefully stay in the head and remove opposition bowls. Can even miss the jack. Take a couple of their bowls away also. Oh, he's down that line. Will it hold on? Not to be. Brett Spur, you might have one chance here to have an impact, and it looks like it's going to be his backhand side. Getting down past the jack. That one there, the deepest bowl on the green, so the jack goes out of bounds. Despite it being a few metres away, that will be the closest to the tee. Jake in 3 or 4 bowls underneath the target with his first. Looks to make that correction. He's on quicker. Try and hold that line. Just done enough to get one of those out. May still be one, I think, to the zebra bowl. Still see those 2 pink bowls with green stickers. Just bottom left of the screen. Spur trying to touch the jack. A minimal amount. Would love to get only a small piece of it from there, and he has. 3 or 4 shots there to the team of Nathan Wise. Here it is, Jake Rin's last bowl. Closest to the respot. I'm sure we'll see a firm attempt here from Schraner. Has the chance there of the blue and yellow bowl nearest to the centre line. That bowl is pretty well angled onto the black and white to make contact with the jack. A couple of options there for Schraner. Sure, he'd dearly love to get the jack right in the middle himself. As we see the back of the rink there and the respot mark. We'll see the practice swings before he steps onto the mat. There it is on his forehand. 2 or 3 practices just to get the feel right. Step onto the mat, release nice and quickly. He knows he's got this chance with the bowl. Well, he knew that was an option. Got the absolute edge of it, which hasn't moved things very far at all.
Well, Isaac can play with real confidence on the forehand draw here. Doesn't want to move the jack too far, but he can cover it up. Just get around and cover that pink bowl at the back, or does he go to the respot?
What's being discussed at the moment, I think Nathan may take a chance here and try and draw another counter. If he tries to draw one, even if he doesn't quite make it all the way into the count, he may potentially put another one. Catches Lee Schraner if he plays weight again with his last.
Well, the other thing is the nearest bowl to the respot's well over a metre. So he's got more than a metre to draw if Schraner does put this jack out of bounds.
Needs to finish inside that black and white to be a chance at counting. It's going to be
know.
close. I think 3 was the indication from Jake. He's just going to double check though before he skip. See in the background Lee Schraner walking down anyway to have a good look. You would think that he will be inclined to play that weight again. Angle's not quite as good, doesn't have as clear access to the jack. However, he does find that blue and yellow one at the front. Either side of it should be removing some of the opposition closest bowls. Ideally, he gets one of them onto the jack and out of bounds. I think we'll see that same setup there. Just standing behind the mat, those few practice swings in preparation. Onto the mat, nice and quickly. How quick will he play? He's a little bit less than last. Mighty close to the area. Can he get right to the middle of the jack? And he has. What a fantastic shot from Lee Schraner. Proving the difference once again. And he'll hold a couple. And you can see there, look how close. You can just see the top of the jack to the left-hand side of that blue bowl. And Nathan Wise almost drawing for second shot only here.
I actually think that'd be the sensible option, draw just to get second.
He needs this one to stop. This one's going close to the ditch, and it does enough.
But as it is, Schraner has stretched the lead to 6 with just 4 ends to go. So our usual threshold of 1.5 per end, meaning you're in trouble, has been reached.
Once again, it was 2 cracking openers by Steve Glasson. You remember back to the start of that end, almost a front toucher and a back toucher. He got a second shot in there. Brett Spur trailed the jack out to the side. Schraner missed very narrowly with his first, just underneath the target. But second bowl came down, assessed the situation, and picked the jack right out of there. And sat alongside it in the ditch.
Couldn't have got it any better. A great start. From Josh Walker-Davis.
And cagey old veteran Steve Glasson said, well, I haven't been winning by getting my bowls within millimetres of the jack, so I'll leave a bit of room this time. We'll see what happens that way round.
I'll leave one short just in case the jack gets bounced back up the green.
Josh, if he missed that one of Steve's, has played this pretty nicely.
What's a magnet?
Oh, not quite.
Well, maybe Steve will be able to say clever tactics now. If I put it in the way, it'll get knocked up to the jack eventually. You're looking for another couple of yards on his first. Looks pretty well down.
He's going to sit bowl, potentially of Josh. He has.
Oh, Hayden McCoyski. Has played pretty well today. In this game anyway.
He certainly has. A couple of key trail shots early on. A couple of ends go in this direction. Move that jack away from Glasson's bowls. Set that end up for his side. He certainly had the better of his opposite man here in Ben Winther. Ben will be hoping to finish strongly here, urging this one forward. Won't quite be enough.
I'll call it now. This is the end that Nathan Wise has to win. I think if he loses this end, it's just built a bridge too far. Cannot afford to get any further behind. Has to give himself a chance to get there in the last couple of ends. That certainly will help that cause.
So at least a couple there for Nathan's side.
So there's 3 ends remaining after this end. I think Wisey needs to pick up 2. Get within 4 in those 3 ends. Lee Schraner, it's just too hard to score shots against. Giving too much chance. And, well, it's cut it back to 1.
For Ben. I feared for a moment he was going to kick the jack right out into the open, but he has maintained shot. So given his side 4 of the first 5 closest bowls. See the weight there that Lee's asked. About a metre past the jack was where he was standing. Idea to come on his backhand. That gap near the centre line towards the shot bowl of the jack.
And really, I think he's playing his opposition's shot before they do.
Young Jake Ryan, Schraner Club in Brisbane. Pointed this on a very good track, and he has found that gap. Look at this, right to where his skip was standing. The jack goes out. Super Bowl from Jake Rinn. They're just coming up with the answers here at the moment.
That could be the bowl that sinks Nathan Wise's ship.
Brett Spur will have something to say about that. Will he hold on for this one, or at least get up for a nice second shot?
It's just going to sneak in for second, I think.
Jake will get back to that live picture in just a moment. I'll let you know he has pulled up well short there. You can see him left-hand side of screen. It's a little technical glitch here at our end as we're back live now. Spur on the mat with his second delivery. Looking to play through the shot bowl and stay. He's going to go under, and I think he may even lose his bowl into the ditch, and he has. It's been the case here, chasing those shots when you're behind in the game. Always very hard to come back. Schraner on his forehand. Trying to find a way past his teammate's bowl. Has done. Maybe just going to pull up. And it does stop on the back edge of the green. So could come in handy down there later on. We've seen plenty of jack movement during this match. Wise underline here. Bowl against him at the front. They've cleared a path though. Expect Nathan to play a similar shot if given the opportunity. Try to remove that shot bowl. For Lee to be just about 2 metres less weight on a similar line just underneath this front bowl. I'm not going to make it all the way, so if Nathan has second here, I think you'll see him try and edge the shot bowl out. He does hold one on the respot. And it's going to be firm weight. Edge of the shot bowl is the target. And not to be, so one more shot to Lee Schraner. And now 11 shots to 4. 3 ends here to play. And I think we're on the cusp of something very special with Lee, Jake, Hayden and Josh a chance to go back-to-back in the first 2 years here in the huge money event at Dubbo with the world's richest fours event. Took out a huge share of the $100,000 prize money last year. Organising committee here in Dubbo increasing the prize pool to $125,000 for event number 2. And winner's check, we can see it in the background behind us, $40,000 to our winning side.
Let's say that amount again.
$40,000. Well worth winning 3 full days of bowls. Very competitive field. Always had an answer as the Schraner side. So on balance, be one better bowl and end, I think, from the opposition. Andrew all the way through. Just seems to be how it's been played. The Nathan Wise side have played 5 effective bowls in the end. Schraner's team have played 6. Just seems to have been that they've always just outnumbered things and then played the big bowls that Lee has to convert those advantages in the head into extra shots.
Yeah, well, Glass has drawn a front and back resting touch at just about one end and they've still dropped. Wisey's got shot twice on a couple of ends and Lee's managed to turn that around as well.
And they've all played their part too. That's the key thing. Lee Schraner's going to get a lot of the credit if they do go on to the win, and
rightly so.
No doubt that he has played some very important bowls to turn over heads, but that doesn't happen without solid effort up front. I'm sure all of you that are watching on at home, it's very hard, if not impossible, to win a game of 4s on your own. Josh has been steady enough as lead. Hayden and Jake, if they haven't been drawing shots, have played telling conversions. And if the shots have been taken back off them, well, Lee's come to the rescue with his last 2 bowls.
Yeah, well, I think the difference really is that they've managed to play the conversions and the draws when they've really counted as well, but they've also been, as we've said over the last couple of days, overplaying. They've been, if they've missed, they've been missing long. And it's the teams that have consistently this week, the teams that have left their bowls short, that have been on the wrong end of the scoreline.
Yeah, unfortunately for Benny Winter, just not his best game here this afternoon in the final. And Brett Spur was absolutely electric in the semi-final performance. It was always going to be hard to replicate that form. He was bowl for bowl the best that we have seen across our 9 matches of coverage this week. It was quite phenomenal, the performance of Spur in the semi-final. Hasn't quite been able to replicate that. And they have heads set up like this, where they are 4 down, angles all working against them. Spur trying to sit and stay. Turns the bowl far enough to make shot. We said just a moment ago there was a must-win end for Wise. I don't know what that makes this one, but a really must-win end. Holding 1 at the moment. The Schraner team, 3 bowls left to try and gain back shot.
Well, if Schraner gets a single on this, Nathan Wise's team must make half of their bowls count on each of the last 2 ends just to force an extra end.
Yeah, that's right. So Jake Ryan, can he draw inside the bowl of Spur? Won't be this occasion. So important that Brett can try and double up here. Pick a favoured hand, draw to his own on his forehand as he's choosing with this one. Looks a lot different. Just underweight and line there. Bowl number 2.
To put this in perspective, the scoring rate in this game is 1 1/4 shots per end. And we have 3 ends left. Wisey needs 7. 1 1/4 is 3 3/4, so they actually need to double pretty much the scoring rate for the rest of the game in these last 3 ends just to catch up.
I think if you offered him 2 this end, he'd be more than happy to take that. Holding 1 at the moment. He knows how good Schraner has been. Has an opportunity to sit the bowl out, but I think it'd be more just on the draw. Just back in that solid draw game. That is the key on this rink. He's played it pretty well Does it pull up in time? Well, not quite. This occasion, what a fantastic effort though. Right down the middle of the rink. And Nathan Wise. Opportunity to count first up. There's your weight here, Nathan. Good weight, you're a chance of coming back. He's fighting that breeze though.
Well, he needs 2 2s and a 3 in the remaining ends, including this one, to force an extra end.
Schraner, wonder about the possibility of applying maximum pressure here. He knows a small correction, he can draw the shot for one. If he wants to play overweight though, he can push through that white bowl and stay. To hold a huge multiple. And that is the attempt. Well, he's gone under. We saw a lucky result early on. Is it another one? Not quite.
Don't think it's really opened up any opportunities for Nathan.
Guy's going to have a look at the back of the rink. An outside chance if he wanted to play firm for the jack. Gets the jack and the pink bowl at the back. Well, here he goes. Well, not quite. They did have the 3 closest to the respot. Would have depended on how those other bowls moved at the back. So, it was holding 1 prior to that bowl. He saw an opportunity to make as many as 4 there. If he got the outside of the jack. Like that intent there from Nathan, trying to get as many as he could while he had last bowl. And Matt right up to the front of the line. Jack to the tee. A 23.5 metre length.
Steve just lost his balance a little as he delivered that bowl. Just seemed to step off a little funny.
Important they don't lose many bowls here. Can't afford to waste many. And for Lee's side, just looking to draw right up to the jack. Shut off those scoring areas first off, and then they can look for position later on in the end. Steve, not quite getting close to the jack, but has left one of his bowls at the back of the rink. The other one has gone all the way through. I think this is a good tactic if you are going to get these back-to-back multiples that you will need. I think the best chance is probably getting the jack towards the ditch and hoping your opponent in Schraner with his last couple of bowls can't keep them on. There's Josh Walker-Davis right in behind the jack. Fantastic shot there from Speedy.
Oh, it's the tail of the event, isn't it? Today. Just dropped that one short.
Lee, as we said early on, he's leading. Josh has covered up the scoring areas around the jack, so just looking for position in different parts of the rink now. You see Ben Winther changing over to his forehand. Nice smooth release.
I'll give you another equation here. If Lee Schraner can get a 3, it's then mathematically impossible for any result other than a Lee Schraner victory. 6 shots the difference.
Yeah, that's right. And Hayden asked to play a cover bowl, other side of the rink now. Lee urging it forward. If he can get past the tee, he has. It's going to finish in a pretty good spot. 2 shots, a bowl covering on either side of the green.
And look, a drive now would be unlikely to take out both of Josh Walker-Davis's bowls. So hit that jacket, right. Kills, comes back to the spot, and it's still shot.
As strange as it sounds, I think Lee's going to... I was thinking he was going to get Jake up to the front of the rink. I know it's extremely unlikely, but the only grouping of bowls at the moment is well short. Might make 1 or 2 more bowls and potentially look to get one in there himself. He's hoping Jake doesn't build this target too much. Well, that might be a chance now for Spur. Chance to remove a couple of bowls here. Looks like more on the draw. And just going to fade in under. Schraner, where do you want to be with this one? Holding 3. Match lie. I think it's time to block the drive, potentially. Yep. There it is. Right on cue. Block the drive. You'll also double up and cover up those front bowls if the jack does rebound.
I'd even be tempted to go in front of those bowls.
As a guide, he gave him the weight to be close to in line with those bowls. Finish right down the middle of the rink. Nathan Wise at the moment with not much to play to. He's 3 down. He has 3 short bowls. 1 at the back of the rink underneath the rink marker, and the other white one off to the right-hand side.
Oh, did Jake Rinn hear what I said?
It was pretty close. So Nathan, I think, has to try and swing down on his forehand. He's got to take his medicine here and try and make a 2 this end. If he can just get the inside of the jack high blue bowl and make his way back to the other, or spit the jack out and try and make 2 with his second. Well, I think you'll see Schraner try and protect that small trail. Yeah, there it is. It's one to where Jake's left foot is. Splits up a couple of opposition bowls. It's a match lie. Only need 3 to not require the last end. Well, this is going to make another shot. It may stop some of the angle of the jack as well. So Nathan to save the match. Forehand, plenty of weight. Where will the jack end up? He has made contact. It's out of the rink, and it will be 3 shots to Lee Schraner's side as the guys shake hands. 14 shots to 5. Lee not required to play his last bowl. And once again, the name on the trophy will be Josh Walker-Davis, Hayden Pajowski, Jake Rinn, and Lee Schraner. Well done to those 4 players. 2 years undefeated in this event. An absolutely mammoth task. Huge fields. $30,000 check last year. They've upped it to $40,000 for our winners this year. And well-deserved winners. They played sensational all week. Had that scare this morning, Andrew, didn't they, against Brad Gilbert, now Para Blues. Lee getting out of it with his last bowl.
Fantastic effort from Lee in that last bowl there. Great effort from the 4 boys, and it's been a fantastic event. Huge congratulations to Chairman Tony Spears and the entire crew here at Club Dubbo, bowls coordinator Anthony Brown, and a massive crew of volunteers. They've done a wonderful job. It's been a fantastic event. It's been a pleasure to bring it to you. But for the event that draws to a conclusion our coverage, we look forward to you joining us again on the 7th and 8th of October for the State Over 40s Pairs Finals, coming to you live from Club Grandviews. But for now, it's goodbye from Club Dubbo and the end of the Inland Petroleum City of Dubbo International Fours. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye for now.
Experience Club Dubbo. Beautifully renovated. All new Riverview Bistro. Mouth-watering new menu. Daily blackboard specials. Check out our Facebook page for weekly specials and events. Visit Club Dubbo today.